everyone, it's Danielle from Mama Demics. This year for Father's Day, I decided to do things a little differently. I decided to interview my husband, Mr. S, as I call him on the blog, so say hi.
Hello.
I used questions about fatherhood from some friends online, and I'm also linking up with some other mommy bloggers. Well, not all mommy bloggers, but you can find the link up in the comment section of this video. If you like this video, be sure to subscribe and let me know. Leave a comment so that I keep doing more on the battery. It doesn't tell me. Okay. So, first question. What favorite childhood movie would you like to share with our son?
Childhood movie? Never Ending Story. Never Ending Story. You ever seen that?
Yes, I've seen it.
I didn't know. Yeah, Never Ending Story. Probably.
Okay. What favorite artist would you like to share with our son?
I guess, you mean like painting, or just it doesn't matter?
It doesn't matter.
Musically, I want to get to the point where I can share Bob Marley with the kid. You know, I feel like his music is very powerful and you know, uplifting. At the same time, it kind of teaches us about ourselves and, you know, the greatness that we have within us as black men, just black people, period. I guess if thinking about like an artist, painter, Annie Lee, I guess was one of my, as a kid growing up, I used to really like her paintings. My mother shared them with me. You know, I have Annie Lee painting in the house. So as far as a painter, that's one person I would want to share with him. Musically though, we already vibe on Kanye and Kid Cudi, so
yes, you know, Sesame likes Kanye.
We okay with that, so
we'll
yeah.
talk about that at another time. Okay, these are just questions to warm you up a little. They're gonna get harder. Okay. So what favorite car do you want to share with him?
Car?
Yes.
My car, my Cobra. I mean, he loves my Cobra.
The green car.
Yeah, he loves my Cobra. So that's something that I'm looking forward to as he gets older, being able to wrench on it with him. You know, work on the car with him, like when he can actually do some stuff.
He works on the car with you. He tells me all the time, "I help Daddy with the green car."
Yeah, he just being.
We fix the green car.
But
I'm gonna tell him you said that.
Yeah, that's definitely a car that I want to share with him. Okay.
So let's get into some harder questions. What was your view of fatherhood before you became a father?
My view of fatherhood, my view of fatherhood before I became a father was, well, I'll say this. Being a father was something that I always knew that I wanted to do. And then I wanted to excel. I wanted to be good at it. When I was young, I wasn't so sold on the idea of being a husband, but a father is definitely something that I wanted to be. So my view of it was something that was very important to work hard to be good at. And it was something that I aspired to be, and you know, be a good one.
Okay. How has being a father changed
you? Being a father has changed me. It's a lot of ways that being a father has changed me.
Don't give away too many secrets.
Well, I think one of the biggest ways that it's changed me is that it has made me, for lack of a better word, a lot more sensitive. It's made me a lot more
Nothing wrong being sensitive.
Yeah, the word that I want to use, it rhymes with Mitch, and I don't want to say that. But it's made me, I used to, being a single man, and even when, we were dating, I was a lot more fearless. There was a lot of, I was still fearless. I wasn't afraid really of things happening to me too much. I mean, the way that I lived my life, not like I was a daredevil, but I really wasn't afraid of, if something happened to me, what would be the ramifications, I mean, a couple of girls might shed a tear. My mama would be sad. My family would be sad.
Couple girls. Couple.
At that point in time, yes, a couple. But I didn't, until I became a father, I don't think I was as cautious for myself, and also just kind of fearful for him. And he hasn't even really got to the point where he's out in the world without me, but I know that that's coming, and it scares me. It definitely scares me. So the fear aspect of being a father that's something that I,
Would you say what would you say that was the biggest surprise about fatherhood, was the fear?
Yeah, I guess so, because I didn't think that it would be for a father. That mothers worry. That's something people talk about. You expect mothers to worry, but I didn't know the father. The worry for a father, especially having a son. I think that worry is kind of it's intensified because all of the close calls that you had. I know all the close calls that I had that my parents have no idea about, and
you know your mama don't say that.
I do.
Okay.
They could have gone either way, and they just happened to. Most of them went the right, the lesser of two evil ways with my close calls. So I just hope that I'm fearful for him in those dealings. So I don't know. Did I answer that question?
Yes.
To your liking?
Sort of. Okay, so you mentioned earlier that you always saw yourself as a father, but not as a husband.
Mm-hmm.
And someone actually asked me to ask you if you think that being a father and a husband changes your view of parenting, and if so, how?
I mean, I can say that, because I wasn't a father before I was a husband. I was a husband first. So I've never been a father and not been a husband. So I can't necessarily speak to how it feels to be a father and not a husband. I can definitely speak to how it feels to be a father and a husband. And, it feels like a huge honor to kind of helm a family, being not to say that what I say goes or anything like that, like I just run this whole thing, but I am the protector for this family.
Mm-hmm.
I am the I'm that guy for this family, and it's a huge honor to be that. Also, being a father and a husband has shown me how important it is to have a good relationship with the mother of your children, and to constantly model a good interaction just between you and the mother, to show, it's not just to show my son how to deal in a romantic relationship, mm-hmm. but just how to deal with other people's feelings, how to be empathetic, how to be thoughtful of other people, of their needs and their wants. Yeah, being a husband and a father is doubly hard, but it's very worth it. I think it's very worth it. And me personally, I feel like marriage has helped my parenting, because I just can't imagine trying to do this all by myself, or I can't imagine being away from my son for any extended period of time. I mean, a week, or some fathers are apart from their sons for months, even years. So that's something that I just couldn't fathom doing. So I'm appreciative and grateful that you accepted my marriage proposal, so that you wouldn't keep me away from my son too long.
I would not have kept you away from your son, even if we hadn't gotten married. Mm-hmm. Okay. So, thinking back to your childhood, what difference do you see in the world that our son is growing up in? What challenges are the same? What is becoming easier?
Growing up is difficult, I feel. It's not easy. As far as I was concerned, when I was a kid, I was a chubby kid, and I had to deal with people talking about my weight and kind of teasing me about that. So kids are, they say kids are cruel. I don't know if cruel is what I want to, how I want to phrase it, or how I want to define it, but they can be mean, sometimes, and I know that that's something that he's going to have to deal with in the same way that I had to deal with. Not to say that he's going to be a chubby kid, but they'll find something to pick on you for. So that's one thing that I know that he'll have to traverse, that is similar to what I had to deal with. The difference is, though, something that's different, very different about my childhood, and I think what he'll have to deal with is that you don't have the privacy to make mistakes like you did before. There are a ton of embarrassing things that I did and that happened to me as a kid that if they happen now, half of them might be on YouTube, and that would be something that I wouldn't be able to. It would be hard to get up from underneath that, and that's something that people could tease you about constantly, remind you, you were the kid that tripped over the clown at the birthday party and knocked all the balloons down. No, I'm just saying. If you were that kid, and that's rude. Well, I'm just saying, if you were that kid, yeah, it would stay with you for way too long. I mean, the things that I did that were embarrassing, people might have remembered for a couple of weeks, maybe brought it up. It wouldn't even come up the next summer most of the time. So but yeah, that's going to be tough for him to deal with and to navigate, and that's going to be something that I don't really have a whole lot of advice for him as far as experience, as far things that I've gone through that I can kind of lend him some advice, like, well, you could do this, you could do that. Yeah, that's a conversation we're gonna have to have.